What's up, VC? It's your boy, the Washington 607, back with another video. Before I start this video, I want to give a shout out to a VC member that I recently subscribed to. Name is Gavin T. I really like his videos. He's a great guy, very diverse in all different sorts of music. He's also an artist. He likes to draw and stuff. So if you get a chance, check out his channel. That's Gavin T. He's a great guy. Very, very great guy to have in the VC. So let's get started, guys. So first, this is Linda Ronstadt, Emmylou Harris. This is what is this? Western Wall, the Tuscan Sessions. I remember I think it was Christopher Colbert's Chris showing this when he was doing some of his Emmylou Harris collection, and I really loved this album, this CD. The thing that I like about it, people would say, well, maybe it's just, like a country thing, but to me it sounds distinctly more like a modern adult rock. Has a lot of fervent guitar licks in it, has, I guess, sparkling arrangement, has warm harmonies in it, and what I really like also is the collaborations with Bruce Springsteen, Jackson Browne, the late great Leonard Cohen, Luscious Jackson. Can you believe that? Luscious Jackson, Patty Griffith, and Neil Young. It's really, 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 really excellent and stuff. So it's a really great CD, and I suggest anyone who likes Linda Ronstadt, Emmylou Harris to pick this up, because it really, you won't be disappointed. Up next, this is my boy. This is Herbie Hancock, Future to Future. I think this released in 2001. What I like about this is that has elements of drum and bass, hip hop, world music beats, and it's very kind of like very electric, a lot of electronica on here, and I think it was produced by Bill Laswell and Herbie Hancock. So I definitely suggest you guys pick this one up. It doesn't get a lot of play in the VC, but it really should. It's really a fantastic record. Next, we can't go to Herbie without having Miles. So this is Miles Davis live at Fillmore East, March 7, 1970. It's About Time. What I like about this, the way this thing kind of slides out like that. What I like, this is just non-stop polyrhythmic crashing, while it can remain smooth in some places, and just has that crazy Miles vibe to it. It's just, and it just never stops. And if you guys can see the lineup right there, I can get it closer there. You have Miles Davis, Wayne Shorter, Chick Corea, Dave Holland, Jack DeJohnette, and Erto Morita. It's just fantastic stuff. It's just a 2 CD set, and I'll just show you guys a little bit of the photography there. You can see it. Picture right there of Wayne Shorter, Erto right there. This will be kind of hard. You can see Miles playing there. You can see the rest of the whole band right there. Really, really, really excellent. You see Chick Corea right there. So this is excellent, guys. I think if it's on album, the cover would look different or something like that. But this is a really good set here. I have my little sticky notes there on the back. So definitely Miles Davis. Up next, this one is interesting. This is Charlie Watts and Jim Keltner Project. I believe they're both drummers, and it's like they're tribute to different drummers, because a lot of the titles are named after drummers and stuff, like Billy Higgins and Elvin Jones. But more than it doesn't actually really portray maybe the drumming style. It's more of an intersection of world beat, techno, and jazz. And it kind of, I don't know, when you listen to it, it evokes a feeling mood of a world tour played on, like a world tour played on electronica and acoustic instruments. It has like percussion, electronic, dub, and it's just vibe prevalent throughout the whole entire CD, with elements of swing just it's like a Borgish s'more. So many different elements mixed with trying to I guess pay tribute to the drummers, but it's really unique and stuff. So that's Charlie Watts and Jim Keltner project. Up next, this is Steve Wright Cripple Quartet. I wish I had more stuff by Steve Wright. Features a lot of overdubs, 3-layer performances, has expressive energy, stuff like that. If you can just see a lot of the things back there. Triple quartet, it's like first movement, second movement. I wish I had more stuff by Steve Wright. This is the only one I have, unfortunately. But hopefully, in the future I can pick up more. So, but it's definitely Steve Wright, triple quartet. And I think it's with the Cornell's Quartet also. So definitely Steve Wright. Up next we have Bella Fleck and the Flecktones. This is called Left of Cool. I would describe this more as dreamy soundtrack of reggae, pop, world beat, and techno merging into ambient vibe. Has there's a lot of different elements on it, especially with the playing of Bella Fleck and his bassist Victor Wooten. This makes it for a great, fantastic CD. This is like one of my favorites for them. Left of Cool. Get my little notes there. Up next we have I've shown it before. This is Charlie Hunter songs from the Analog Playground. Now I remember I showed Charlie Hunter in some of my earlier videos. He using his 8-string guitar to create it's just an uncanny blend of bright leads, some nice bass lines, chord riffs, and it kind of simulates to maybe a little I don't know, funk organ. It strips down the soul jazz to its essentials and it just rebuilds it in their own way. And it has frequent Latin and Caribbean touches. It also has guest appearances by Norah Jones and rapper Mos Def. The thing I like about Mos Def is that he does a little rap, but there's a song in here called Creole where he actually sings like R&B style, which is really crazy. There's another artist on here, another jazz singer named Kurt Elling, who has a very unique kind of jazz style scat voice, but it's really good. Maybe something you find I don't go into a coffee house and listen to, I don't know, like a speakeasy or something, but it has that kind of vibe to it. So that's Charlie Hunter, songs from the Analog Playground. Up next, this is Roy Hayes, Birds of a Feather, a tribute to Charlie Parker. This is like a tribute that Roy Hayes did with Charlie Parker, dedicated to Charlie Parker, and I guess it has I don't know, it's kind of like you can tell he put a lot of heart and soul. It's very passionate, and let me see if I can show you guys some of the players here of Roy Hayes: Kenny Garrett, Roy Hargrove, Dave Holland. Never got any Dane Kalowski on piano. I'm not sure who he is, but it's a really good band. I'll show you some of the pictures right there. You can see Dave right there. And these shots right there. There we go. Roy Hargrove. So this is really good. So I really think you guys should pick this up. Roy Hayes, Birds of the Feathers. And like his tribute to Charlie Parker. Really like that. Up next, it's our boy, Chief Jerry, Gary Peacock, Jack Asian Head, Inside Out. And I think this was recorded live in London. And the date captures like a towering tirade at its telepathic best, if that makes sense. It's highly imaginative, it's very spontaneous, and it's just Keith being Keith, But I just kind of like this date, the way they just did their thing, Show you guys. I can find them. The pictures right there. You see the guys just playing there. See Keith doing what he usually does. I call it getting jiggy with it, the Keith Jarrett way. See Gary Peacock and Jack Asian that I love Inside Out. Really good, excellent. Okay. This one here I really like. McCoy Tyner plays John Coltrane, and I believe this was here live at the Village Vanguard. Even though we all know that as musicians get older, they may not, they may change. It's like a pitcher; he gets older, he can't throw 90, 100 miles per hour. I guess I would put that in this thing. This is a little bit more elegant, restrained, stylist. It's not as volcanic force as when McCoy Tyner was young, like the real McCoy. But that's not what he's trying to do. It has a lot of gleaming note clusters, flowing lyricism. It's kind of spiritual, and he just kind of played tribute to his good friend John Coltrane. Has George Martz on drums and George Martz on bass and Al Forster on drums. And they don't disappoint. Moment's Notice, Crescent, After the Rain. So definitely something you should pick up. This one I really like. This is Abdul Ibrahim, aka Dollar Brand, African Suite. It's really ambitious. It's kind of magistral music. I think it's the fun results of putting Ibrahim's playing an approach with piano to a large string orchestra, and I love that cover. It's just magical, majestic. It's got that kind of sound, like a little bit of a classical with African style in there. And you can see I do with the orchestra down there at the bottom. So I'm thinking that's the guy that wrote a lot of he was the arranger and the conductor. You can see, great guy, Abdul, African Suite. This is so good. It's very relaxing. It's very majestic. It has that kind of vibe to it. So I suggest you guys pick that up. Abdul Abraham, African Suite. Up next, this is Ziggy Marley and the Melody Makers, Spirit of Music. And I guess this is him going back to his serious roots of reggae rhythms with a spiritual and political message. Soulful singing, the melodies are good, and I just like the way that he really just, I don't know, he just kind of changed it a little bit, because his last thing was a little bit too poppy, and this is definitely returning back to the roots of what he did, just like his dad. It's funny, I was thinking I could have put this in then for the smoke thing, smoking hot. Up next, this is Joyce Coolin. She's a guitarist on the GRP label, and yes, she's a contemporary artist, but I really like the way she plays guitar. She has kind of a scat kind of guitar style where she uses her voice, where she sings like the notes. Reminds a little bit of George Benson when he would sing notes. And it's powerfully rhythmic. She has a song here called Good with the late Al Jarreau. And I really like Joyce Coolin. She has a great kind of style and sense. You can see Joyce right there. I saw her live years ago when her first CD came out. And she's really good. Oh, that's Joyce Coolin. This is called Third Wish. Up next, this is Arturo Farrell, Bloodlines. He's the son of the Cuban leader Chico Farrell, but it's kind of like a post-bop excursion. Like I think he does a Moment's Notice by Coltrane, but it eases into elements of Afro-Cuban shades and nuances and rhythmic hints, and it just goes from there. You can hear him in the back there. I actually saw him play live at J&R years ago, and he signed my CD. This is different CD. It wasn't this one here, but he just got that rhythmic kind of Afro-Cuban style. Here's another guy. This is Chuck Loeb. Listen, another great contemporary guitarist. Unfortunately, he died. I think he just died July 31st of last year. And this is really kind of a nice, kind of great contemporary style. But I like the sound. The sound is really crisp and clear. But the thing I like from different tunes is sort of like a production curveball. If that makes any sense. He does a great version. I think it was on here. I think the song was Listen, the title track. And also, he was the last guitarist that the group Foreplay had, because they went through Lee Ritenour, Larry Carlton, and Chuck Loeb was the last one to play with them. I don't know if they ever found someone to replace him. I have a suggestion: they could get Chili Minucci from Special Effects. He could take over and be their guitarist. Up next, this is who's this? This is Bill Evans with Toots Thielemans, Infinity. The thing I like about this is that Bill Evans also doubles on I think he doubles on electric piano also, and it's kind of calm, peaceful, sentimental, kind of relaxed and stuff. You see some of the title, Days of Wines and Roses, produced by Helen Keane. I think that's his wife, right? But I really like this, with this Toots playing, the late great Toots Thielemans, who was a genius. And you can Bill right there playing. So this is Bill Evans' Infinity. Definitely one you should definitely check out. And the last one, this is Bud Powell, A Portrait of Thelonious. I think this was done, let's see, when I read my notes. Yeah, I think he was doing a 6-year stay in Europe, and they said he was well, because Bud Powell was having physical and psychological problems. And this was produced by Cannonball Adderley, which I was really amazed to hear and stuff. But it's just his great kind of tribute to Thelonious Monk. He's not trying to be Monk. He puts his own little spin on it, but it makes no less. It's just genius. And you can see, but oh, there's another cigarette. There we go. Yeah, so, and Kenny Clark was the drummer on the track, on the project right there. He's on the Columbia Legacy, which I love. Oh, definitely, that's one that's definitely worth picking out. So, guys, thanks a lot for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed that. So, leave me some comments, subscribe, and let's discuss music as we always have. So, Gavin, that one's for you, buddy. Peace, love, VC. Take care.